Good afternoon, students. Today, in this video, we will be starting off with the next chapter. That is chapter 5 on mass media. The fourth chapter we have already completed, and I have already forwarded the notes for the fourth chapter and one Google form related to the fourth chapter. Many of you have filled up the Google form, and the second part of that chapter, the Google form for the second part, I will be sending it to you. I'll send you the link today. By the weekend, all of you will complete that Google form. And now we start with the fifth chapter, that is mass media and history. One more thing what I wanted to tell about the Google form is, children, you can refer to the textbook while you are filling up the Google form. The idea behind giving so many questions in the Google form, objective type questions, is that you read the chapter and you find the answers and you fill up the Google form. It is actually helping, it will help you to revise the entire chapter well. So for the second part, look into the textbook while you fill up the Google form. Okay, let's move ahead now with chapter 5, mass media and history. In this particular part, I'll be putting up maybe 2 or 3 videos. We will cover up some part of the lesson in the first video, then the second and the third video, followed by the notes, and I'll also forward a Google form related to the chapter, maybe sometime during the weekend. So let us now start or get introduced to the particular chapter on mass media. Okay, I'll share screen with you, and that will help you. There are images which will help you to understand the chapter better. Okay, chapter 5, mass media and history. The first point that we are going to deal with here is introduction to mass media. The word mass media, children, contains two words. The word mass means an aggregation or a gathering of people, or rather a crowd of people. And media means various means or modes of communication. When you want to communicate personally with somebody, you either call them up, or you send a message, you text message, or you write a letter. But when you have to communicate with a large number of people, masses or the crowd at the same time, then you refer to it as mass media. How how were messages conveyed to a large number of people in the past? That is what we are going to learn as the next point. So mass means aggregation or gathering of people. Media means various modes of communication. This mass media is a field of mass communication. What is communication? Interacting, communicating your thoughts, speaking up, and putting forth your thoughts to the people, your feelings to other people. That is what's called as communication. We talk, we speak, we communicate with our gestures, body language. When we want to communicate with a large number of people, we use any mode of mass communication. What are the various modes of mass communication? Here you have a concept map. Various modes or means of mass communication. We can communicate with a large number of people through newspapers, magazines and periodicals, radio and television. Radio is a audio medium and television is an audio visual medium where you can hear and you can see the picture at the same time. Newspaper comes under print media. Okay, let's move ahead. Mass communication. Means of mass communication: television, radio, newspapers, magazines, and periodicals. Let us again go through the meaning of the word mass media. Mass stands for large number of people, media, different modes of communication, and types of mass media. We can segregate or we can divide it into two. Print media is the first one, and under print media we have the bifurcation: newspapers and magazines and journals comes up under print media. Electronic media: radio, television, internet, all your websites, news portals, social media, web channels like YouTube. Okay, internet, Google Web, all this will come under what you call as electronic media. So print media and electronic media, print media covering newspapers and magazines, and electronic media covering radio, television, and internet. Now, what is generally the function of newspaper? Let us first take up the first important type of mass media. Under print media, we have newspapers. Newspaper is something that we cannot do without. It is considered to be a very, very important aspect of democracy. It is considered as the fourth column of democracy. Why is it so? Because in democracy, we elect our representatives and they do the work. They represent us and the representatives work for us. They run the government on our behalf. But how do we come to know what is the government doing? What is the opposition doing? What are the new policies, programs launched by the government? What is happening around in the world? The current news, local news, in national, international news. How do you come to know about it? Only through newspapers. Journalists, reporters collect information and they put it up in the print and that gets circulated as newspaper. So newspaper circulates information and knowledge among the people. It provides information about various local, national, and international news. And it also becomes a historical document. If you want to know about what exactly happened, how an incident happened or an event happened, you can go back to the newspaper, which is preserved in the archives in various there are various places where the newspapers are actually preserved and kept. Okay, and that becomes a historical document. It becomes a written source of history. It is considered as a fourth column of democracy. A free and a fair press is considered to be very important in democracy. Let's talk about the next point, history of mass media. Printing technology and newspapers were introduced in India after the arrival of the British. So again, we have to be thankful to the British because they uh, played a very vital role in spreading the printing technology, and people started receiving printed news through newspapers during the British times. Newspapers became the first mass medium. Why mass? Because newspapers could be circulated to a large section of the population, and that too in vernacular language as well as in English. And that's why it became easy for people to know what was happening around. Many of them didn't know English, so vernacular language, that is the language of local people, was used. And many newspapers were started by the Indians as well, and that became the first mass media, okay, of for circulating information. Newspapers. The meaning of the word news, many a times what do? We tell newspaper, NEWS stands for North, East, West, and South. But that is not true, children. Okay. Newspaper, the dictionary meaning of the word newspaper is it's a publication which mainly prints news, editorials. What are editorials? The editor writes his viewpoint. Okay. And people's opinion is also expressed. People also write letters to editor. Plus, there is newspaper contains a lot of information. It contains material which entertains people. Sometimes there are short stories. Sometimes there is information about various events, happenings, okay, which are entertaining. And there is information about uh, theater, cinema, drama, publications, etc., and other supplementary content matter. It is printed and distributed regularly at a definite time. So current news is available, fresh news is available. It's not stale. It's fresh news available, what is happening or just has happened in the recent past, that is one day before. That information is made available to the people and it is distributed regularly at a definite time. Newspapers provide local, national, and international news, and they are historical documents which record current events. Let us go ahead. The next point, we have the first concept map here, content found in newspapers. What information is given in newspapers? Local and international news, supplementary content, entertainment. You have information about which films are released, what musical programs are held, and other things. People's opinion and also editorial. There are many people who write about their own opinion regarding a certain event or a happening. And of course, editorials. So we have a lot of information that gets covered in the newspaper. Okay, let us talk about precursors of newspapers, forerunners to newspapers. That means the meaning of this word is how was news or information communicated to a large section of the population before the newspapers were started. Forerunners to newspapers. This is a board question of 2020, and March paper this question had come up. It's an extra question. This question is not a textbook question, children, and this question was asked for 4 marks. So you should be, there are certain questions which you should prepare because this contains the gist of one particular main part of a lesson. So here you have precursors of newspapers. How was news or information communicated to a large section of the population before the advent of newspapers? There was a custom in Egypt where inscriptions were placed with royal decrees at public places. Big rocks, the inscriptions were carved out, chipped off, and the it was kept in such a center place that everybody could read it. Maybe a marketplace or a place where generally a lot of public would gather, and then they would read it and they would be aware of what was the royal order. Emperor Ashoka in India also resorted to a similar method to reach out to his subjects, to the people of his kingdom. In the Roman Empire, also royal decrees were written on papers and it was distributed in all the regions. It also contained, there was information about various events taking place in the nation and the capital. So these inscriptions would contain information about the various events that are happening, rules, regulations, etc. And in Rome, when they were distributed, these would give information. They were written on papers. So therefore, day-to-day information about various events and happenings were also put up and distributed to the common man. During the time of Julius Caesar, during his rule, newspapers known as Acta Diurna, meaning acts of every day, used to be placed at public places in Rome. So people would pick it up. All those who were interested in knowing what was happening in the country, what was happening in the kingdom, they would pick it up and they would read it. So they were aware. They were responsible citizens, so they were aware of what was happening in the kingdom. So these newspapers, known as Acta Diurna, meaning acts of every day, would be placed at public places in Rome. In this way, there was an effective communication and royal commands were communicated to the common man. Your royal dictates were also distributed among people at public places in the 7th century Common Era. In England, also, this particular method of distributing handouts or pamphlets was there, and people would get information about the various wars or important events in the royal happenings. All this information was conveyed to the people. Another method or technique was that travelers who traveled from faraway places would add information of those from those places and narrate it to the local people. So generally there were modes of travel where people would travel on horseback or they would travel in bullock carts. There would be traders who would travel from one place to another for purchasing raw material and for selling their uh, finished goods, and they would bring stories from different places and narrate it to the local people. Ambassadors of kings would be posted at various places, because if the kingdom was very big and the empire was very vast, information had to reach the king about what was happening in various places. So therefore the king had some spies and some ambassadors posted at different places, and they would bring back important news to the royal court. Some pictures of okay, here you have some pictures how the information was conveyed to the common man. The first one is that of a town crier. Even in ancient India, you would have seen a person, a drummer, who would come along and he would stand in the public place or the crowded marketplace, and his drum would attract attention. But in the European countries, there would be a person carrying a bell in his hand, and he was called the town crier. So important information would he would stand at the public place where a lot of public would gather, and he would read out this royal order. He was called the town crier. There were runners who would run and who would carry messages from one place to another. Then messages were also conveyed personally by messengers. Here you have two pictures where messengers would carry messages, and also travelers who would travel a long distance would give information. Okay, all these points are there as precursors to newspapers. Okay, let us go ahead. Here you have the picture of Julius Caesar, Roman Empire. Royal decrees were written on paper and they were distributed in all regions. Here you have Acta Durina, that is acts of every day, which were placed, these papers were placed in at public places in Rome, and people would pick it up and they would read, and thus they would know about all the royal commands. They would discuss about it, and it was a very effective way of conveying the royal commands to the people. Emperor Ashoka, and here you have rock inscriptions and inscriptions on the pillars, and these inscriptions indicated all the orders that the people had to follow, especially when Emperor Ashoka embraced Buddhism. A list of all the rules and regulations to be followed by the common man was put up so that anybody who would enter into the main part of the kingdom, or when they enter into the kingdom, they would know that these are the rules and regulations, and these have to be followed, and the punishments which would be meted out to them if they violated any of the rules and regulations. Similarly, this custom was present in Egypt also. Then you have in Roman Empire, royal decrees were written on papers and they were distributed. And this contained information about various events that took place in the nation as well as the capital. Okay, let us talk about newspapers in India. Printing technology in newspapers were introduced in India after the arrival of British, and newspapers became the first mass medium of circulating information and knowledge among the people. So you have newspapers which were printed in English, but along with that, there were other newspapers which were started in other vernacular languages as well. The first newspaper in India, here you have a picture of it, the Bengal Gazette. An Irish man called James Augustus Hickey gave Calcutta and India its first newspaper in 1780, which is called as the Bengal Gazette. And it was printed on 29th of January 1780. It was a 4-page weekly newspaper, and the price of it was rupee 1. So rupee 1 was actually it was a very high amount at that time, and only the so-called elite and the rich people could afford to buy this newspaper. Now, so James Augustus Hickey, Irish man who started newspaper in English in Kolkata. What was the news that was covered in this Bengal Gazette? Some say that the first and the second part of the newspaper had a lot of advertisements which would convey information about entertainment, and also it would convey information about the new goods that were actually brought out into the market. It also included information about politics, world news, and events in India. But Augustus Hickey used the newspaper in order to actually highlight the poor quality of sanitation, lack of road maintenance, the poverty in Bengal, and the corruption that used to take place in the East India Company. He was not worried about what he wrote in the paper. His newspaper was considered to be that is a medium for communicating effectively to people the problems that were actually there present in Bengal during that time. the low payment made to the soldiers of the East India Company, and also he reported about the defeat of the company's army in the Battle of Polilur at the hands of Hyder Ali, the ruler of Mysore, the then ruler of Mysore. So important information, political information, social information, cultural information, all this was put up in the newspaper. So a lot of information was conveyed to the common man through this newspaper. Let us talk about Mumbai, Maharashtra. Okay, newspaper called Darpan was started in 1832 in Mumbai. Bal Shastri Jambekar was the editor of Darpan. You have the picture of Bal Shastri Jambekar here, and he was considered to be the first editor. Okay, he was very bold and very fearlessly wrote about a lot of. He gave a lot of information in his newspaper, and some of the news titles that his paper had were the accounts of expenditure from the three administrative divisions of the East India Company. During that time, India was ruled over by the East India Company. It was not yet under the rule of the British Parliament. The danger of Russian attack on the nation, appointment of a committee for cleanliness of the city of Mumbai, sanitation and hygiene had to be taken care of, and therefore a special committee was appointed for the purpose. He dealt with social issues also in his newspaper. During the time, the condition of the Hindu women, especially the widows, was very pitiable, and remarriage of the Hindu widows, that was a point that was actually put forth in the newspaper. How theatre was started at Calcutta, achievements of Raja Ram Mohan Roy in England, and many of the historical events that took place in those days. Information about all that was covered by Bal Shastri Jambekar in his newspaper Darpan. Bal Shastri Jambekar's contribution to journalism is really very great, and he is by virtue considered to be the first editor of the first Marathi newspaper, and therefore acknowledging his contribution to to newspapers and the field of journalism. 6th January is observed in Maharashtra as Patrakar Din or Journalist Day. There is a YouTube, a small video. I'll be sharing this video link with you. You can go through this video a little later and get more information about the newspapers that were launched in India during this time. There is a concept map here, children. Concept map 2. Types of events covered in the newspaper, Darpan. So newspaper, you don't have to write information, but what was the newspaper? What were the events covered? But what were the type of events that were covered? Cultural, political, economic, and social. All these types of events were covered in the newspaper, that is Darpan, started by Bal Shastri Jambekar. Another important newspaper was Prabhakar, started by Bau Mahajan. All these people were very simple but very educated, and they considered themselves very responsible, and that's what they wanted to change the society. They wanted to build up a public opinion. They wanted to build up public opinion. They wanted to spread awareness among the public about a lot of they wanted to give information to the people and create awareness. And so Bau Mahajan in his newspaper wrote about the history of, presented the history of French Revolution, and also Shatapatre, letters written by Lokhita Wadi or Gopal Hari Deshmukh. Here you have a picture of Gopal Hari Deshmukh. More or less, he looks like Bal Gangadhar Tilak because of the type of headgear that he's wearing. Okay, that was very common during that time. And you have Gopal Hari Deshmukh, but his pen name was Lokita Wadi, and he wrote letters called Shatapatri. Now, what was this Shatapatri all about? It was, they were letters written with the aim of creating social awareness. So he dealt with a lot of topics, children, like something to do with untouchability, creating, giving information about caste discrimination, then about the condition of women in the society. So you have information about The newspaper called Prabhakar, which aimed at creating social awareness. Okay. And all this was published in the newspaper Prabhakar. Bow margins picture is given here. Okay, let us go ahead. So we dealt with two newspapers. One is Darpan and the second one is Prabhakar. Another important newspaper was Dhyanoday. Dhyanoday printed the map of Asia in 1842, and also you have a lot of information map of Europe in 1851. And this was the first newspaper which actually had a picture in Indian newspaper. Otherwise, it was all written material was published, but then here you had the picture. Uh, the pictures were put up, maps were put up for the first time, and the credit of that goes to Gyanoday paper. Then the telegraph, when it was used for transmitting news, that information was also put up in the Gyanoday. This is a picture of the telegraph, how the telegraph was used in order to transmit information. The news of starting the railways in India, Mumbai, the first railway line which was put up in Mumbai, from Mumbai to Thane, okay, and it was described in Marathi as the Chakya Masoba, meaning Masoba with wheels. The people were wonderstruck as to how such a with an engine and with three bogies, how this particular mode of travel, they were surprised, and a lot of information about the first train was conveyed in the Marathi newspaper. It also printed information about the Indian War of Independence of 1857. So we're talking about the year, that is 1842, 1851. So this is, it takes us back in history, children. During those times also, there were newspapers which were started, and how much information it would convey to the people. Then you have a very, very prominent figure, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. And he was the one who had proclaimed Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. So Lokmanya Tilak's newspaper, Maratha, see the spelling, Mahratta, Maratha, and another newspaper, Kesari, that would give information. Maratha published in English and Kesari in Marathi. And he was a very, very important, Bal Gangadhar Tilak was very outspoken, and his newspaper was used as a spokespiece for the Indian national freedom movement. Even today, it continues to be published, children, by the Kesari Maratha Trust and Tilak's descendants. Even today, this newspaper is published. Okay, and all these newspapers, somewhere or the other, played a very vital role in instigating, encouraging, and motivating the Indian people to join the freedom struggle movement in India. Two things went on side by side. One is making the people aware of the conditions in India during the time, making them aware of the poverty in India, especially due to the British rule in India. Then another one thing is pointing out, these newspapers many a times pointed out the social conditions in India and the backwardness that was present in India, mainly because of the superstitious beliefs and caste-ridden society, and it made them, what to say, it helped them to create, it helped to create social awareness. So two things went on side by side. One is gathering the support of the common people in a big way for the freedom struggle movement that started, that was the extremists and the moderates of the Indian National Congress that was started at that time. The many of the leaders had their own newspapers published in the various vernacular languages, and that wrote about the role of the British government and the poverty in India. And at the same time, they tried to create social awareness and try to build a new society. Newspaper called Indu Prakash supported widow remarriage in a very big way. Deenabandhu was another newspaper representing the masses of the Indian society, Bahujan Samaj. This was started by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule's close friend Krishna Rao Bhalekar. So we get to know a lot of issues related to the masses through these newspapers. So children, we have uh, dealt with 3 points in this particular section. The first part was related to what is mass media. Mass stands for uh, aggregation of people or congregation of people. We and communication, mode of communication that was used. Mass stands for aggregation or gathering of people, and media stands for various modes of communication. Mass communication can happen through television, radio, magazines, periodicals, and newspapers. Okay. Types of mass media, you have printed media and electronic media. In print media, you have newspapers, magazines, and journals. And in electronic media, you have radio, television, and internet. Newspapers play a very vital role in circulating information and knowledge among people. They provide local, national, and international news. They are historical documents, and they're considered to be the fourth column of democracy. Newspapers are publications which mainly prints news, editorials, public opinion, entertainment, and supplementary content. They are printed and distributed regularly at a definite time, and newspapers play a very, very vital role even today because it is only through newspapers we get or current news or information about what's happening. Okay. Then we have precursors of newspapers. This is a board question, 2020 March paper. It's an extra question. It's not a textbook question, children. So you need to get accustomed to the idea of preparing some questions which cover important points of certain lessons. Okay. So this is one question. And how information was conveyed to a large number of people in Egypt using royal decrees, which were inscribed on rocks. Emperor Ashoka also resorted to the same method. In Roman Empire, decrees were written on paper and they were distributed. Not only that, another method of conveying news was through the town crier who would cry out, who would have a bell in his hand or a drum in his hand, and he would convey information about what's happening. Even royal orders were conveyed that way. People who were messengers were sent to different places in order to convey messages. There were also uh, travelers who travel from one place to another, and they would give information. And during Julius Caesar time, there were newspapers called as acta diurna, meaning acts of every day, which were placed at public places. And in this way, it was effectively a lot of information or royal commands were conveyed to the people during the time. Okay, so this covered forerunners or precursors to newspapers. Then we spoke about, here's the picture, having a look at the picture, Julius Caesar and Ashoka. And the last point that we covered here was newspapers in India. The first newspaper in India was Bengal Gazette, started in Calcutta in 1780, and it was started by James Augustus Hickey. Okay. Then in Maharashtra, a important person who played a very vital role, who's the first editor of the first Marathi newspaper, that is Darpan, and he covered a lot of information related to political, economic, social, and cultural events of those times, and really made use of his newspaper in conveying a lot of information to the people. Okay, he spoke about widow remarriage, he spoke about East India Company, he spoke about the low payment made to soldiers, he also spoke about appointment of various committees for cleanliness of the city of Mumbai, etc. And his contribution has been so great that Jambekar's, Bal Shastri Jambekar's birthday is celebrated or is observed in Maharashtra as Patrakar Din to this day. Concept map 2, we have types of events covered in the newspaper Darpan: cultural, political, economic, and social. Prabhakar, another newspaper started by Bau Mahajan. Then you have Shatapatre, written by Lokahitawadi or Gopal Hari Deshmukh. This was also published in the newspaper Prabhakar, created social awareness. Jnanoday, another important newspaper, gave information about uh, telegraph, railways introduced in India, and it was the first newspaper to print a map of Asia and a map of Europe. And also, it was the first newspaper, Indian newspaper, to have a illustration or a picture. Okay, the newspaper. Then you have the important newspaper started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Kesari and Maratha were two newspapers, and this most of the views of Lokmanya Tilak, who was an extremist leader in India. He presented his viewpoint and was very outspoken against the tyranny of the British rule in India, and that played a very vital role in awakening the people politically and preparing the ground for the freedom struggle movement, which would soon be launched by Mahatma Gandhi. Then Indu Prakash, another newspaper, supported widow remarriage. Then Deen Bandhu, another newspaper, which was started by Mahatma Jyotirao Phule's friend Krishna Rao Balekar. These played a very vital role in creating social awareness among the masses. So, children, we have covered a few points in the first session. Uh, there are three parts to this particular lesson. We have covered only newspapers, that is an important mode of mass communication. Next, we will be starting with magazines and periodicals. Then we will cover radio, television, need for mass media, and also important information about a particular documentary, Bharat Ek Khoj, and professional opportunities that are related to mass media. All these points will be covered up in two more videos. We come to the end of this session, children, and I want you to actually go through the video again, read your textbook, and whenever a Google form is put up, see to it that you keep the textbook in front of you, children, and then you try to fill up that, because the idea of putting up this Google form is that you must be thorough with the chapter, with the lesson. These objectives can help you in to know the chapter well. It is it will help you to revise the chapter well. That's why in the Google form about 25 questions have been put up in the first Google form related to history. In part 2 again there will be 20 to 25 questions put up. Fill up these Google forms, keep your textbook open, refer to it while filling up the form, and you can try to submit it by the weekend. Thank you, children. Next video that is related to magazines and periodicals and need for mass media, radio, and television. Thank you, children. Have a good day.